Power isn't gifted, it's claimed. While most thinkers spent centuries imagining a perfect world, one man dared to dissect the raw truth of human behavior. Niccolo Machiavelli. He tore away the veil of morality to reveal the mechanics of influence, and his ideas were so unsettling that his name became a synonym for deception. Yet, his principles quietly shape today's politics, workplaces, and even personal relationships. Machiavelli didn't just show how kings rule. He uncovered how anyone can persuade, steer, and yes, control others. In this video, we'll explore the hidden wisdom the powerful don't want you to know, the timeless strategies of influence that still work 500 years later. Buckle up for a 20-minute dive into the mind of a master strategist. If you find this valuable, hit subscribe for more deep dives into ideas that shape our world. Part 1. Decoding Human Nature. Machiavelli's genius wasn't inventing tricks. It was seeing people clearly, without the rose-tinted glasses of his time. While others preached about humanity's virtues, he wrote, "People are so easily swayed, so driven by their immediate desires, that a cunning person will always find those ready to follow." This is the bedrock of his philosophy. Humans are guided by self-interest and short-term needs, not grand ideals or distant promises. We're told people are rational, making choices after careful thought. Machiavelli knew better. He saw two core drivers, fear and personal gain. Strip away the polite excuses, and most actions trace back to these. This isn't gloom. It's reality. People choose survival over ethics, quick wins over long-term goals, and strength over weakness. Think about it. Public opinion flips with the wind. A nation demanding action after a crisis cries for peace when costs pile up. A colleague who praises you in meetings might criticize you over coffee. A friend who swears loyalty often vanishes when it's inconvenient. Machiavelli didn't judge this. He studied it like a scientist. His sharpest insight? Morality is often a show. "People see your image, not your soul," he wrote. "The gap between how you appear and who you are is where influence thrives. People judge based on what they see and what you achieve, not your intentions." A leader who projects honesty while bending rules often outshines one who's truly honest but seems unsteady. This plays out daily. The coworker who boasts about their work gets the raise over the quiet one who delivers. The partner who makes grand gestures seems more loving than the one who quietly supports you. By understanding this, you gain a superpower, the ability to shape perceptions, not just react to them. This is the first key to influence. Work with human nature, not against it. Part 2. Fear versus love, the foundation of control. Machiavelli posed a question that still echoes. Is it better to be loved or feared? His answer was stark. If you can't be both, fear is the safer bet. This flies in the face of modern ideals about inspiring loyalty and affection. Love feels good, but it's shaky. People's loyalty often crumbles when their own interests are at stake. He wrote, "Humans are fickle, ungrateful, and quick to chase rewards while dodging risks." A team member who admires you might jump to a rival company for a better deal. A friend who promises devotion may ghost you when support gets costly. Love fades when it's inconvenient. Fear, however, sticks. People may stop liking you, but they won't stop dreading consequences. This doesn't mean cruelty. Machiavelli was clear about that. Hatred breeds rebellion, but fear, when done right, builds respect. The trick is predictability. Enforce clear rules, not random punishments. A leader who consistently holds people accountable earns compliance without resentment. This applies far beyond politics. In negotiations, the person who can walk away holds the upper hand. In relationships, the less needy partner often sets the terms. In social circles, those who control approval or access wield power. To hold influence, make others depend on you more than you depend on them. Create situations where aligning with you is their simplest choice. Take the workplace. A boss who's everyone's friend struggles to enforce standards. One who maintains distance, communicates expectations clearly, and follows through with consequences gets results. They may not win hearts, but they earn respect, and respect, paired with a hint of fear, is more reliable than affection. Let's pause for a second. If you're finding this breakdown of Machiavelli's ideas eye-opening, give this video a like and subscribe for more content that cuts through the noise. Now, let's keep going. Part 3. Mastering Perceptions, the Art of Image. Everyone sees what you project. Few know who you truly are. Machiavelli understood that perception trumps reality. People judge based on appearances, not substance. Mastering this gap is the heart of influence. First, practice selective virtue. Seem kind, honest, and upright, but be ready to adapt when the situation demands. No virtue fits every context. Unbending honesty can expose weaknesses. Constant kindness can invite defiance. The goal is to project virtue while staying flexible. A leader who radiates integrity but makes tough calls privately keeps both respect and power. For example, a CEO who publicly champions charity but cuts costs behind closed doors maintains a golden image. In your life, the colleague who loudly shares their wins gets noticed, while the quiet worker's efforts fade into the background. Second, leverage symbolic acts. People remember bold, visible gestures more than steady effort. A politician who stages a heartfelt speech at a disaster site gets more praise than one who quietly funds recovery. A manager who publicly celebrates one team win seems more supportive than one who helps consistently, but discreetly. Focus on high-impact moments to shape how others see you. Third, control the narrative. By choosing what to share and when, you steer beliefs. This isn't about lying. Lies can implode. Instead, emphasize what helps you, minimize what doesn't, and time tough news strategically. Modern PR thrives on this, framing stories to guide opinions without outright deception. Think of a company announcing layoffs during a major news cycle to bury the story. Finally, delegate the unpopular stuff. Take credit for rewards, but let others deliver bad news. Smart leaders announce bonuses themselves, but have HR handle firings. This keeps their image positive while maintaining control. These aren't just theories. They're tools used by history's power players. Knowing them doesn't mean you have to use them, but ignoring them leaves you vulnerable to those who do. Part 4. The Influencer's Playbook, Practical Strategies. Machiavelli didn't just theorize. He provided a toolkit of specific tactics for gaining and holding power. These strategies are as effective now as they were in Renaissance Italy. Strategic generosity. People are swayed by what benefits them. Offer rewards that are visible, tied to you, and create ongoing loyalty. A boss who personally announces promotions builds gratitude. A networker who connects others to opportunities becomes a linchpin. For example, a politician who secures a local project ensures voters know who to thank. Calculated mercy. When facing opposition, don't half commit. Either fully win them over with generosity or remove their ability to challenge you. A leader who forgives a mistake but sidelines the offender breeds resentment. Either reconcile completely or cut ties cleanly. Think of a manager who either fully reintegrates a struggling employee or lets them go, avoiding lingering tension. Exploiting crises, chaos creates openings. During upheaval, people accept changes they'd normally resist. A prepared leader uses uncertainty to push bold moves, framing them as essential. For instance, a CEO might overhaul a company during an economic downturn when employees are too worried to push back. Crafting alliances. Be the gatekeeper of benefits. If others need you to access rewards, you hold leverage. In workplaces, control resources or approvals. In social circles, be the connector who opens doors. A manager who controls project assignments shapes team dynamics without force. Predictable success. Consistently deliver results to build an aura of competence. Visible wins, even costly ones, create a sense that your leadership is inevitable. A leader who publicly commits to a goal and achieves it, like a mayor delivering a promised infrastructure project, discourages challengers before they arise. These tools aren't abstract, they're proven across centuries, from corporate boardrooms to political campaigns. Those who wield them outmaneuver those who don't. Part 5. The Modern Manipulator. Subtle influence. Machiavelli wrote for Renaissance princes, but his ideas fit today's world, where overt control is frowned upon. Modern influencers adapt his principles to work quietly, shaping choices without seeming to. In workplaces, the clever operator doesn't bark orders, they nudge. They share just enough information to guide decisions. Timing reveals for maximum effect. They don't sabotage rivals. They reframe their wins as flukes and their losses as trends. For example, a coworker might casually ask, "I wonder why Sarah's project keeps hitting delays," planting doubt without gossiping. In social settings, manipulators don't demand agreement. They make compliance the easiest path. They use group dynamics like saying, "Everyone's pitching in for the event," to pressure holdouts. In relationships, they hint at consequences without threats, reinforcing dependency with comments like, "I'm so glad I could introduce you to that client." These tactics work because they're subtle. People spot blatant control but miss gentle pushes. The ultimate trick? Make others think they're choosing freely while you've shaped their options. Leaders present decisions as team efforts. Marketers offer choices that all benefit them. Negotiators concede small points to win big ones. To protect yourself, stay vigilant. You can't block every tactic, but recognizing them lets you respond deliberately. The question isn't whether to engage with these ideas, it's how. Ignoring them makes you a target. Embracing them blindly risks your integrity. The smart path is understanding without being consumed. Part 6. The Ethics of Influence. Machiavelli's ideas raise a thorny question. Does understanding control corrupt you? He argued that staying pure in a flawed world leads to failure. A person who clings to goodness will fall among those who don't, he wrote. Ignoring these tactics doesn't shield you. It exposes you to those who use them without hesitation. But power isn't inherently evil. The same tools that manipulate can inspire, protect, or drive progress. It's not about the tactics, it's about the intent. Influence can serve selfish ends or collective good. Control can exploit or safeguard. Perception management can deceive or motivate. Consider historical examples. Franklin Roosevelt used Machiavellian tactics to rally a nation during the Great Depression, framing policies to inspire hope. Meanwhile, others have used the same tools for personal gain at others' expense. The difference lies in purpose. Machiavelli's genius was seeing the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. The real power lies in using that clarity wisely, not naively, not cynically, but with purpose. Act in the world as it exists, balancing realism with the values you choose to uphold. Conclusion: your move Machiavelli doesn't just teach us how to control. He shows us how to navigate a world where others seek to control us. His insights aren't a call to cynicism, but a challenge to see clearly and act deliberately. Whether you're leading a team, negotiating a deal, or building relationships, these principles offer a map through the chaos of human nature. What you do with this knowledge is up to you. Use it to manipulate or to lead, to exploit or to protect, to deceive or to inspire. The mechanics of power are neutral. It's your purpose that defines their impact. If this deep dive into Machiavelli's mind opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more content that uncovers the ideas shaping our world. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Machiavelli's tactics are unethical or just realistic? Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.